Good morning, everyone. It's a happy chalking day. Welcome to Odessa Rose Creates. I'm Robin Schmidt, and I'm located in Elkhorn, Nebraska, which is part of Omaha, the western part, northwest maybe. So welcome. Today we're going to do some crafting with our Couture silk screen transfers and a canvas, and we're going to get started here. Today my inspiration is from the rocket launch that was held on Saturday, and we got to watch it with our grandkids. It was super fun, and Miss Vivian, who's 6, she liked the countdown from about 20 on down. I have a video of that on my personal page, so check that out. I'll probably be incorporating that into a video I will make of the design we're going to make today with I Love You to the Moon and Back. This is the current transfer, I Love You to the Moon and Back. It's got some cute moons, stars, rockets, and then this is the original one, and I'm going to work, I think maybe with both or just this one, mainly because it has a big rocket, and I want to give this to my grandson, who said, I wish we could be on there, as they were going into space, so it was kind of funny. So this was transfers I've had a while, and I don't do a lot of juvenile or kids pieces, but I definitely was inspired by watching the kids, my grandkids, watch the launch on Saturday. So yeah, we're going to do that. SpaceX Dragon Endeavor was the name of the launch and the spaceship, so hopefully you've kind of followed them along a little bit and get your mind off of what else is going on in the world, and just go out to space and watch them do some work out there. So, kind of fun. Say hello if you're watching, and we'll get started here. We're going to start with a canvas. I'm just going to do a little inexpensive canvas you can get at the craft stores. But we're going to do some painting on it first with some craft paint. And I'm going to keep with the neutrals. Kind of like, well, not exactly, but here's how I did neutrals. Oops, upside down. On this piece. This was done on a linen canvas, but I did put some paint on it first, and then a background pattern of the dots and the slate gray chalk paste color that I created with the black and white. So, but I'm going to keep it a neutral. I'm kind of trying to be more khaki and gold and black, and just a very hint of blue at the top of the sky. So that's kind of my goal, how I'm going to paint the canvas, and then we'll chalk on the transfer after we get the canvas dried. So kind of going neutral again. I think a lot of the parents now are doing soft neutral colors in the nurseries, but I am secretly hoping color is coming back, as I did this board last week. This is kind of my tropical Havana type house. I think this would look cool in. But I did a tone on tone in the background again. And so that's a fun video to watch. I did that on a live. You can see that being done. And then the last projects I did were these two with the Mighty. And those are also on video live. And again, I did the tone on tone background patterns with, this is all one transfer that comes together. So it's called Mighty, and you can see how I created those. Also, so let's get to the canvas, and I'm just going to take off the plastic, and I'm going to grab a piece of cardboard. Good morning, Carlene. Hello, hello. Grab me a piece of cardboard to paint on. I don't really need a big piece. It's just a small canvas. And like I said, I'm going to keep it very neutral. Just a hint of this Dutch aqua towards the top. And if you're just joining, we're going to do inspiration from the rocket launch of SpaceX Dragon Endeavor. This is the current Love You to the Moon, and this is an older one that I haven't used because, like I said, I don't do a lot of kids stuff. But I'm going to give this to Hank probably, and because he got a kick out of that rocket going up there. He kind of wished he was on it. Are they for sale? Is what for sale? The transfers? This one is the only one I have. It's a retired transfer. I'm going to use it today. These are for sale on the website, couture.com/OdessaRose. You can just go to the search button and type in "I love you to the moon," and it'll come up. couture.com/OdessaRose. Kind of reminds me, I want to remind everybody that I do have Try Me kits in my VIP group, and I'm going to be creating some more kits this week, so look for those, and that's in my VIP group. I will probably post what they are on my page, but they will be at discount pricing, so the pricing will be in the VIP group. So if you're not a member of the VIP group, type in VIP below, or just let me know, or just ask to join. You just cannot be a Chalk Couture designer, because that's the rule. You can't be in other people's VIP groups as a designer. So, but check that out. And we have a lot of goodness. It's June 1st, so we have some new kits out there on our website that come with the surface chalk paste samples and a brand new transfer. So check those out. If you are a club member, you even get a discount on top of that, so that's a good deal. Join the club, join the club. You get a transfer every month and 3 paste packets to create with, exclusive for our club members and designers. And then you also get monthly special deals, so as a club member. So check that out. Also, all on the website. You can check out, it's titled Club Couture, and then if you go to shop and you look at specials, you'll see the kits that are available directly from Chalk Couture through my website. And then on my Facebook VIP group is where I make my own kits, and they usually include embellishments like the ribbons and tags and whatever that come with the kit, so you can complete the whole project. So check those out. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Susan. The first one that I made, on the day you were born. This one? I don't know if this is still available. I'd have to look. I think it's not, because sometimes I get transfers and then I just haven't created with them yet. So then later I go back and create. So let's see if I can find it. I'll search the search on the day you were born. Yeah. Give me my keypad back. Oh. Let me put this on, that'll help. I think. It still doesn't want to do it. Oh goodness. There we go. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's retired. We go through transfers a lot. We're always coming out with new transfers. So if you see something you like, you want to get it right away, because they don't stay around forever. Because obviously we want to create with new stuff. So, but the polka dots is, I don't even know if that's still available anymore. That's the thing about becoming a designer. You start collecting all these transfers, and you're able to mix them and match them and do new things with them. So it's kind of fun. It's not kind of fun. It is fun. 'Cause I love to create. All right, so I got my white canvas, just an inexpensive little canvas. I'm going to kind of go on with khaki, tan. I got a little bit of gold shimmer craft paint, and then I'm going to make a little bit of blue up towards the top. So, and then pretty much the rocket I probably will do in silver, and then the lettering in black. So I'm trying to keep it pretty neutral. But sometimes as I go along, my ideas change, or my vision changes on how it actually turned out. So I'm just taking some tan craft paint, and this color is called Rusted Pipe, looks like. I can't tell, there's paint all over it. But, and sometimes I use a wet brush, and sometimes as I brush on, it's like, oh, this is pretty orangey. I need to change this up a little bit. So then I'll find another color and work that color in. So it's usually a mixture of colors that I'm going to work with. Because to me it's pretty rusty color, so I need to go with something. What do I want to get? Let's try this one. Cocoa. I'll wet my brush again. And I'll add this tan on. See if we can get rid of some of the rust. And make sure I'm doing the sides. And I might bring in a little bit of white, off-white with my Fusion Mineral paint, because I don't think I have any craft paint that's off-white. I have some that's white. I'll try that. I need to get like an off-white. I can reach it. Let's see if I can get rid of some of the rusty. My next thing I might do is take a paper towel to it, but this is doing a good trick here. And I haven't brushed the top edge over here because that's where I'm going to be putting in the blue here in a little bit. As soon as I get this color to kind of where I want it, more khaki. Looks better. Okay, so let's just bring in a little bit of the Dutch Aqua. I need to get my, that paint on me. I'm going to get my iPad back up. I put it down. I can't see you guys. Can't see if you have any questions or any hellos. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Beverly. My design pieces are for sale, if that's what you're talking about, Susan. I'm not sure if you're talking about transfers or my finished designs. I'm kind of waiting. Facebook's going to start their own like Etsy, and I'm kind of waiting to see how that's going to be and put some designs on there and see how that works out. That's what I'm thinking. Get water in my brush and take out, I'm going to squeeze the water out just a little bit and see if I can get this a little bit more faint. Just a hint of blue. Good morning, Joanne. Today's piece is inspired by the rocket launch. SpaceX Dragon in Denver. We're going to use I Love You to the Moon and Back. Okay, I like how it has just a hint of blue. It's kind of cool. Again, I'm just wringing out the water. It's pretty wet on here, so now I can kind of almost pick up some of the color. This you just kind of have to just mess with. Just trying to keep it pretty khaki, pretty neutral. The whole piece is going to be done in neutrals. I just want a very light hint of blue in the sky. And then I just kind of want to get rid of the starting of the brush strokes, so I have to do all the way from the bottom up to the top. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to dry it. Hello, hello, Diana. Joanne, Megan, Jan. Good morning, guys. Say hi. What's up today? These are the transfers. This is the original, or the one we have now. This was one we've had in the past. So I'm mostly going to work with the old one because I like the big rocket. And this is for my grandson Hank. I think he'll like it. Because we watched the launch with Hank and Vivian on Saturday. And he said, I wish we could be on there. As they were heading up to the sky. It was so cute. So we want to get this nice and dry. I'm using my heat gun because it's pretty wet from the water, obviously. Pretty good. So I like to show people how to prepare a surface or how to make it unique by using layers of pattern with the chalk transfers, because everybody and anybody can chalk. It's so easy to do with our silkscreen transfers, but to show you how to make it more unique and a little bit more artistic is kind of my goal. So I'm trying to show you how you can take just plain canvas, because obviously you could just chalk right on the white canvas, but let's build it up and make it a little bit more artistic. So we just took some craft paint, water, and we've got this khaki color transfer with just ever so hint of blue up on the top part. And now we're going to try to keep it more neutrals, working with silver, maybe gold, and black to transfer on our design, just because a lot of the rooms are decorated more neutral, kids' rooms. So I thought it'd be fun just to see how we can do this in a neutral. It's kind of just a challenge for me to try to not just do it in colors, but you know, try to be neutral, but yet be creative with being neutral. So that makes sense. So we got our little canvas here, and I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to decide, I definitely put the big rocket on, but do this is perfectly, can line up on top of the rocket, or we could put the whole saying over the rocket from the new transfer. So that's what I'm trying to decide what to do. So first I'll just put on the rocket, and then we can decide from there. Our little canvases that we sell, pendant canvases that Couture sells, would be awesome for this project as far as hanging it in the kids' room. Let's see, these little guys right here, they come in a 9x12 or a 5x7. So the 9x12 canvas, which I have one. I only have one left, but these would work great for boys' rooms, I think, or well, any room. But these would work great too, to create for kids' rooms too, because they're not, you know, they're not really going to get damaged or anything. So those are available on the website. If you need an inexpensive, unique surface, you can go with that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this on the cut lines. And the rocket just fits. I am going to put them, I think, slightly to the left, or, yeah, straight up. I had thought about making a hanger, stapling a ribbon on the top in black, probably, or something. And then we could hang down some little tags, like a tag with a little rocket on it, and another, like a moon or something, and hang them down. Or just probably stars, because, you know, there's only one moon. So if we get this moon, we might not be able to get this moon on here, or I'm going to have to bring them down a little bit, because it just barely gets the rocket on here. So I probably won't chalk this moon. I may not even chalk the stars right now. I might just see how it looks going from here forward. So if I bring it over to the left a little bit, I could make some tags and hang down or something, and, you know, just make it a little bit more unique. So let's see how it goes. I think I'll do the rocket in silver, because the lettering I want in gold. And the rocket was white and black. And I could do it in white, but I think the silver is just a little bit more exciting. And the clouds underneath the rocket, I might do in gold. Kind of represents the fire. And hopefully, I think the gold will show up on this. I'm always amazed how it shows up on the khaki color. I am fuzzing this on my lap. I'm sorry, I should be showing that. And just to take some of the stickiness off of it, so we have good lift off of our transfer off of our canvas. And it doesn't stick to it too much. So this is called fuzzing the transfer. You just place it on a terry cloth, or even your clothing will work. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to put it just a little bit to the left, because I probably will do these on top of the rocket, like that, and then we'll hang down something right in here. I think will be cute. Okay, so I'm going to go up just a smidgen so I can get all my little cloud bursts on here, or exhaust, whatever you call it. This stuff. Okay. it over so I can press really well on the back side, since it's kind of a soft surface. Okay, so I may go ahead and do the stars in black while I'm here, and I think I want to do this in silver, and I'll do the lettering in black on top, and we'll kind of do this in gold. We'll see how it works. So, silver shimmer and gold shimmer. Miss Vivian, my 6-year-old granddaughter, chalked with me Saturday afternoon, and we had to get all the shimmers out because we did a big gold star and fireworks, and so she had, of course she likes the glitter piece. Alright, and let's get the black out too. So I think, crazy enough, I'm going to make the stars in black, because we're going to accent everything in black. I really like working in these colors. Like the last 2 pieces I did were in the black. Just neutrals with black and silver shimmer. The shimmers in the black and the creams. It's kind of fun to work with those. Okay, so rocket ship in silver. Chalking is the best way, in my mind, to release your creativity. It's quick, it's easy. Our transfers are reusable, so you can create a lot of projects with them. Combine them with other transfers together, so you can create even more designs. You can sell your projects that you make. If you want to become a Couture designer like myself, where you can sell the actual products, you can have classes, make and takes, whether it's in person or virtual classes. Plus, as a designer, you get a 40% discount on the product. To maintain your designership, you do have to buy a certain amount of products each quarter, which for me is super easy because, you know, I'm doing kits, I'm doing classes, I'm creating, and I sell my designs, so it's fun. If you want to try anything out, I suggest going to the website, chalkcouture.com/OdessaRose. Go to the specials. There's some Try Me kits that you can get. You can get small paste packets and a surface and a transfer. With everything you need to create without having to invest in jars of paste. And these are special. It's chalk paste, okay? I'm going to lift that up, and then I lay it back down so I can put the stars on. I did the lift up is so that the chalk paste, which dries quickly, doesn't dry in your silk screen. If it dries in your silk screen, then it won't stick to your surface. So just lift it up and then lay it back down if you have more chalking to do. So I'm going to do some of these stars, and I'm just going to do them in black. Bring in the black a little bit more. I'm not going to do the moon because he's off the canvas. So we'll add the moon in, I think, with the tags. I think if we have a tag with the moon on it would be cute. I probably will add some more stars. Okay, that's looking pretty cute. I'm going to lay this transfer. I have a tub of water down here. Normally when I'm chalking here by myself, I just jump up to the sink and go wash it right away. And you just wash all the paste off and let it dry, sticky side up. Okay, so here we are so far. He's looking pretty cute. And we gotta let that dry before we put another transfer on top of it because the wet paste would stick to the back of it. So you want to make sure it's dry. So I'm gonna use my dryer. Cute so far. So I'm going to put the I love you to the moon and back right on top of the rocket. Okay. I kind of like the old transfer, this old one, better than the new one because of the big rocket. He makes a good statement because this is how it comes now. It doesn't mean you can't get creative. They have this cute little rocket. You can definitely create with it. That would also be cute on a shirt, kid's shirt. Especially the big rocket. That would be cute on a kid's shirt. Okay, I was again fuzzing it on my lap on top of the towel. So, alright. We want to just get this lined up right in the center. Looking pretty good. Just a hair. Get everything on there. Little black squeegee again. So when you do clothing, you use our ink product. We have a chalk paste product, and then we have ink. And the ink can be set with a heat press or an iron, so it becomes permanent on your clothes or any fabric that you're going to launder. If it's a canvas, like you're going to hang, you can use chalk paste on it. You don't have to use ink on all textile. If you're not going to wash it, then go ahead and use your chalk paste. Oh, that's so cute. It's like George Jetson. Kind of George Jetson. That's so cute. Alright. Okay, so let's think about some tags we can hang down. Definitely want to put the moon on. And since I put that moon in the water, we'll have to cut this one and use the moon, or I could get I could just get that, transfer it back out of the water and dry it and use the moon on it if you just have one transfer. But, because I really don't think I need any more. I don't think I could put more stars on. So I could use some of these stars too. So, let's just give it a try. Did anybody else watch the rocket launch on Saturday? Oh my gosh, that was a Robinism where I turned my first syllable sounds around. Oh, here, we have extra stars right here from that transfer. So, I feel like I don't even need to cut this one up because I could just use the moon off of that. That way I want to show you how you can just use one transfer. So if I bring my water up here, I can show you how to wash these too. So I have it sitting in my tub of water. And my favorite thing to use is our erasers. They're called board erasers. So if you wanted to wash your chalk paste off a chalkboard, you could just scrape it with our scraper. Kind of wet it down a little bit, scrape it. And then after you pick up all the chalk dust, basically, then you want to wet this and wipe off any remnants or any ghosting that might be left on your chalkboard. But these also work excellent for our transfers. So you just put it in the water and then you just rub the chalk off of it, like so. And you can do this under the running water. So all the chalk paste comes off. Some of the chalk paste will leave a stain from the dye, which is no big deal. It's not going to hurt it. So then you can just lay it on a towel. I like our towels, one side is terry cloth, the other side is microfiber. The microfiber works great for drying quickly. And the other side, the terry cloth, is great for the fuzzing of the transfer. So I kind of just wipe off the water with my hands, both sides, and then just let it finish air drying, sticky side up. And then we want to wash this one. Same thing, you just rub the eraser across the top. Like I said, you can do this in the sink while the water's running. Turn around and do this end. Okay, and that's how easy they are to wash. And again, just I like to start sticky side up. Let me set this down. And usually I just kind of take my hands and brush the water off. Sticky side up. I'm going to get all the excess water off. Turn it over. And you can do the same thing. And it's pretty much going to start drying right away. Okay. And then you just kind of want to make sure it's really nice and air dried before you apply it back on top of chalk paste especially. Okay, so we could take, let's make a little tag with the moon on it. And now there's different things you can use. Poster board is good. Whether it's the foam board or the regular poster board, if you want black, use that. This is a hard cardboard that we get some of our products on, and they're great for making tags. I just painted, they come white, and then the cardboard on the back side. Sometimes I use this to get a neat vintage tag looking. I'll use this side. Sometimes I leave them white, and I'll just use the white. Here's how they come brand new. So I took one and just painted it all black. And then sometimes I'll just use the white. And then sometimes I use this side. So it just depends on what colors you want. But we're going to use black. Like here's a little piece already that I have. So I just kind of cut it in strips on how wide I want my tag to be. And then you just snip the corners to make a tag shape. So we need to figure out how big we want it for the moon. And I think I'm going to do like a short, chunky tag. So usually you can just score it. I'm just going to lay this out of the way a little bit. Let that air dry. So just take your straight edge or a ruler. I just take a box knife, or you can use an X-Acto knife, and you can figure out how wide you want your moon or your tag. And so I'm thinking kind of a chunky short, so somewhere in there. And I'm just going to make a long strip. That way I can use that size on another project, because I won't need this whole length. But, and then just score it. Or if you're using poster board, you can just cut all the way through. And then these are nice because it just kind of breaks. Just kind of snaps. Okay. And then same thing with the height. Just kind of figure somewhere in there. And you can always trim it down. You can actually cut it with scissors and trim it down pretty well too. So if it ends up being a little big or whatever. You can also use even cardstock. The thinner it is, the more, it might curl up a little bit, but the thicker it is, the more it's going to look like a nice sturdy tag. The cardstock works just as well too. Okay, so you can see where I snapped it. It has like really uneven edges of this type of board. So that can just be sanded down to look nice and smooth. So just take a piece of sandpaper. I'm going to put the backer on this because we're done. And I don't want any sanding dust to get on the sticky side. So I'm just going to put the paper back on them. It has a shiny side and a dull side. So you want the shiny side to be against the sticker, so it releases off of the paper. And I'm even going to put this back on, even though we're going to use it here in just a minute. But I lay it sticky side up, and this is the shiny side. That's the dull side. So just make sure the shiny side is on the sticker, and then just line it up. And if you miss a line, just pick it back up and do it again if it doesn't go on straight. Okay? So that's how you do that. And then just put everything back in your package that it came in. Okay? So I'm just going to sand the edges even. Doesn't take but a minute. But definitely, if you don't have access to this stuff, just get some foam board, poster board. It works great. I actually don't have any, but I know it'll work. Okay, so I kind of sanded down my edges even. And now I'm just going to cut the corners so it looks more like a tag. And I'm just going to use my scissors for that. And I'm not going to measure, but it never fails. I never get it even. But I try to even it out by sanding. So there you go. And again, I'm going to sand the edges. I kind of round the corners a little bit, just so it's not quite so sharp. Including these corners on the bottom. You don't need much, just a hint. Okay. Now, if you have a crocodile, that's how you get the hole in. And I, not being a scrapbooker or paper crafter, I had to buy one because it's just so easy to use. They They are also meant to put on eyelets, but they have these two sizes of paper punches on the side. And I'm going to use the bigger one. And you just figure out where you want it, and then boom, makes a hole. Super easy. Okay. And I might just do the one tag, just with the moon on it. Let's see. I could save this one and do like stars on that too. We could make another little tag and connect them. So I might use this one. And I could use it on this side, so we have contrast, and put some more little stars on it. So we'll see how it goes. Probably we'll do that because it'll look cute. And we're all about the cuteness. Okay, so I'm going to make the moon on this tag. And I just laid that on there so it's not like sticking to my table like crazy. So I'm just going to... so we're going to put this tag up here off the hanger. We're going to put a hanger on there. And we want the moon to hang in a certain direction. You want to kind of plan that out. And if I did put this one on there, you know, how's it going to look? How's the moon going to look? So I'm thinking something like this. Just to get an idea. That way if I do overlay this tag, that you'll still be able to see the moon. Let's see, I'm going to lay this tag back down. I just want to see how close we are to the hole, and I think we can come down just a little bit more. Okay, so I suppose we should do it in silver. I like to try to keep with just a few colors on these simple pieces. So I have the choice of black, which won't work, or silver or gold. So I could do it in gold. That would bring the gold up here, from here to here. And the moon is kind of a yellow gold sometimes. So let's do it in the gold. There even is a little star here, but if I put that tag on with stars, I don't think it'll show up. It will be covered up. So we'll just use the moon. Okay, so there's our tag. Remember, we're going to put this tag on top with some stars. So we need to make this tag. And I'll probably just use this other little piece of stars that I have. So I can put this back in the water or just quickly wash it since it's just around the moon. I can just like squirt it with some water and use a Clorox wipe and clean it up without having to go all the way into the water. Just pick it up and then kind of just wipe it off the back. So we can just let that dry and then we'll put this back on it better. So I'm going to set that back here on the floor. Sticky side up. Okay, so let's use this tag too. Let's make a tag with this little piece. And I'm going to smooth down the edges. Sandpaper, and I'll cut the little corners again. Okay, and round the corners off again with the sandpaper. And I can see that my angles are way off, so I'm going to try to cut it again and make them a little bit more even. better. Okay. Just kind of roughing it up a little bit. I kind of like it to look a little more vintagey or a little more worn, so kind of sand the edges a little bit. Okay, and I need another hole in it. And then we'll put a couple stars on it. So just put that in there in the center, and then you pop the hole in it. Okay. It's a little dusty, so I'm just going to wipe it off. Okay. And then we'll use silver for the stars this time, so they don't look like the moon. Oh, I was going to do it on this side. I'm going to do black. That's right. I'm going to do it like this. So they'll kind of hang in here. So I'll do them in black, and then I might put just a few more stars, like right in here, so it looks cute. Oh, I just smeared my moon. I'll have to re-chalk them. I just smudged. I didn't dry it, and I just smudged the chalk paste because it wasn't dry. So I'll lay it back on and chalk over the whole thing again. Because I should have dried it right away. I wasn't paying attention. Because that's paper, and it will definitely stick to it. In fact, it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of wax on it, since this is a very sticky transfer. That way I don't take any chances of the sticker of the transfer sticking to the paper of this. So even if you're using, which reminds me, if you're using cardstock or poster board, then put a little bit of wax on it first, and that will keep from the paper sticking to your transfer. Because once you get paper stuck on the back of your transfer, it's pretty much done for. So you don't want that happening. So take the time to put a little bit of wax on it, and you will have no problem of it picking up. Picking up without tearing the paper. Okay, so I got my transfer here. Let's see how many stars I can get on without having to move it all around. Just 2 there, and then I'll bring that one down. So, let's see. Okay, so we got that stuck on there. I'm going to just put a little bit of black paste on, and then I'm going to bring this star and put it like right in here. Or that one, either one. Doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll do the solid one. It might show up better. So I'm just using our little tip on our multi-tool, which helps just get these little small areas. Or you can use a mini squeegee. Okay, so we got 2 of them on there. And then let's dry this, because we want the paste to be dry before we put another sticker on it. Can't hold it, it's too hot. Okay. Then I'll put this other little star right there. Put a little bit of paste on it. Just a little dab will do ya. Don't need much. That's cute. Got a few stars on there. And now I gotta redo my moon because I smudged it. And make sure it's dry before I lay it back down on it. Good thing I washed this, because I could just lay it back on. Just line it up exactly where it was before. Attempt it one more time here. Okay, back to the gold. Just go over the whole thing. Not just where you smudged it, but the whole thing. That way it'll be even. Okay. And we'll wash it again. Okay, and so we'll let it dry again. All right, and let's dry this guy before I smudge it again. Okay, so I'm going to line these holes up, and I'm probably going to hot glue these tags together so they just always stay in this position. Otherwise, if you don't, it's going to swing down and lay in front of the moon. So line it up, and we know that it's going to be, you know, hanging in here or something like that. I'll probably end up gluing this whole thing to the canvas too. Got my hot glue. I'm just gonna put a little dab on. I don't think it'll take much. And just make sure your holes are lined up. Okay. Now I know it's gonna look cute on there. And let's put a few more stars on. I think we can just maybe put them right in here. Trying to see if I can get all of them on there, or just part of them. Actually, I have them coming over the edge a little bit. I think that's kind of neat when you design on the edge too. So I'm going to do all of the stars. Even the one going over the edge. And just pick this up. And a few more stars. And I think we can put a few more over here. So they too go off the edge. Let's see how I want to do it. I'm probably just going to do these three right here. That area. couple down here. Maybe just this one. Right there. And a couple up here because the tags are going to be there. So I think I just need maybe these two. Okay, so I added a few more stars, and I think I can lay that in the water now. I'm done with that. Now we just need to put the tags on, and trying to decide whether to might just put a bow, and then we'll just hang it with a hanger. Or you could put, I was going to put a whole ribbon on and hang the whole thing up that way. That would be cute too, and then just put a bow. In the meantime, I have some black jute, so I think I'll just use the jute on there. I don't want it to be overly girly, because I'm kind of thinking this is for Hank's room. So, I don't want to be like full of fluffy, girly ribbon. Okay, so I might just tie myself a little bow here and glue that in. Just glue it into the hole. Something like that. I don't think I need it too big. Just put like that, and just put a dab of glue into the hole. Oops, I forgot it. I'm going to glue this on. I'm going to glue the whole thing on when I get done. In the meantime, I just put a little bit of glue in the hole, and I'm just going to stick that ribbon right on there. That little bow. Got strings all over. Hi Sheila. We are just making a little rocket sign for my grandsons. He liked watching the launch Saturday, and he was like, I wish I could be on there. He's 3 years old. He was already wishing he could be an astronaut. Okay. Probably will just glue this all on here. That. I still think I might take some ribbon and make a hanger. Like just staple it on the back. So then it just hangs with the ribbon. This is really white, the stitching, and I don't want it quite so white, so I'm actually going to just stain it a little bit with my distressed ink, make it kind of more khaki color. So I probably want to do that on top of something that I can just throw it. Here's a piece of tissue. Let's figure out how big of a piece I need. Probably not much bigger than that. And I'm just going to tone down that white stitching. Seems kind of crazy, but I don't want it to be quite so white. So I'm just taking the distressed ink and just rubbing across the white stitching. It matches the canvas better. There. Now it's not so white. Awesome. Put this back. The ribbon's about gone. Okay, so I could either hot glue this on or just use my staple gun. But I want to make sure I get the right length. Somewhere in there. Like that. Let's just put one end on and then we'll judge the... And I'm going to kind of angle it a little bit. Instead of being straight, I'm going to angle it just a little bit. There. Isn't that cute? Get all the glue strings off. I think Hank will like that for his room. I hope I'm not stuck. Am I stuck? Ooh. There we go. I thought the broadcast was stuck. So there. Isn't that adorable?